Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Right now, the Hornets are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look at the Bucks. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
And they lost the season series against this squad last year, so trying to bounce back here tonight.
Next to Porzingis. Elbow shot is on the way. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Kicks it out to Banchero. 6 to shoot. Halliburton for 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And for Porzingis, gosh, a dunk looks so easy.
No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jones, no one around him. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
I like the quick trigger from Jones that time. I know the shot was there. I know he didn't wait for it.
Man, showing some terrific range.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now, Halliburton, following the three-point attempt by Anthony Davis. Here's Salon. Out to the right wing. From outside the arc. That one's not going to go. The Bucks trail. Here's Porzingis. Kicks it out to Jones. Porzingis with the ball. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Here's Banchero. Offline with his 3. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Trailing by 2. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Peterson. Into the lane. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-handed. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
Substitution for Milwaukee. T.E.
1:57 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Tilly. Back to Antetokounmpo. They need this one. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Giannis continuing to look for the mid-range, showing his confidence.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days. especially because he gets doubled every single time. Count that one. Banchero's got 5.
Oh, nice touch from the mid-range. Banchero, it's great watching his confidence continue to grow.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report. Well, Greg, I'm sure their coach is very pleased with their offensive flow right now.
I mean, it's harder than it looks to get it going like this. Now they just have to maintain it.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
For DiVincenzo coming into the league wanting to prove that he belongs, he's done more than that. It's about building his confidence now.
Bucks trailed by 5. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Porzingis. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
So nice to see a big guy with that kind of shooting touch. One of Porzingis' strongest attributes.
Here's Tilly. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Hornets lead by 1. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Here's Dick. An easy 2 points on the layup. Dick's got his first bucket in this one.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Inside. Here's Davis. Can't hit the short-range fadeaway. Hornets leading by 3. Pass to Stokes. Shot clock at 6. There's the lob to the hoop. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And it's a 5-point Hornets lead.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Here's Davis. Back to Beasley. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
In the corner, Stokes with it. Over Beasley. Tilly grabs the rebound. Bucks trailed by 5. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's the Hornets ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Here's Stokes. Banked in off the glass.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
To the wing right side. A 3 for DiVincenzo. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, you want to chase him off the three-point line. DiVincenzo able to settle in that time.
To the middle. Here's Stokes. And Davis pulls it down. Bucks trail by 4. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here's Andrews. Still yet to score. There's a good screen. Pass to Stokes. Goes up on the wing. Count it. Good.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Davis with it. And it's Davis with it. The jam.
Phenomenal strength there by AD to take the hit and finish that one.
The NBA's scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court. Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left to play here in the half. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
On the basket by Jones.
In attack mode, Jones going right to the hoop.
Pass to Stokes. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Outside, Jones. And Jones with the stuff.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Hornets leading by 4. Here's Andrews. Scoreless thus far. There's 45 seconds left in the first half. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Kamare. Bucks trail by 4. Beasley with a clean look. And it's another Milwaukee shot right there going in.
Yeah, that's one of the things Beasley is known for. He's a catch-and-shoot guy.
24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Andrews. Pass to Stokes. Makes it off the glass. Stokes has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Back to DiVincenzo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Hornets on top, up 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Jackson. No scoring in this one. Giannis inside. For the tie, it's rebounded by Salon. Charlotte in the lead. And Brent, when you talk about the best player in the league, Giannis has got to be in that conversation.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Kevin. I mean, the numbers he puts up are incredible. It's how easily he dominates a game and just how unstoppable of a force he is. You know, there's so many teams out there trying to find answers for what Giannis is doing to them offensively, but how do you equip a defense to slow down the force that is Giannis Antetokounmpo? Porzingis showing a little strength down low that time. You can't get upset at the D for being physical with him on that play.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Now you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Down low. Releases. Outside for Halliburton. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Kessler.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
The Bucks trail. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Porzingis, that's a 2. That misses, had a chance to tie it there.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Pass to Kessler. Right wing. That's tipped. It's stolen by Davis. Left side Jackson for the lead. And the Bucks miss again.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Halliburton with it. Kessler the screen. And finished off by Halliburton.
Running the pick and roll with just tremendous patience and poise. Halliburton reading the defense so well. He exploited that opening.
Giannis high post. Porzingis, that's a 2. And again, the Bucks miss.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And finished off by Banchero.
And how about Banchero showing some passion there, going in hard and finishing right at the rim.
Driving in, machetes his way, Giannis! And the dunk by Giannis.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Kicks it out to Banchero. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist. Banchero's got 10.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Porzingis can't hit.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
And Banchero, here we go.
And I know Coach loves to see Banchero get rolling out there. He is capable of some serious production.
Giannis outside. Takes it inside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Peterson. Pass to Salon. Out to the right wing. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Giannis clean up the fast break.
Yeah, don't let Giannis get a step on you. His one step counts for 3 sometimes, and he's gone.
Here's Peterson. He has 5. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And that is such a beautiful move, Kevin. Why go straight up when you can throw down the reverse?
Well, that one's going to have its share of time on the highlight reel for sure. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Salon, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Here's Van Killen.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. There's a minute left here in the third quarter.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Into the lineup for the Bucks.
Milwaukee with the ball. 9-point game. Outside, Porzingis. And it's Antetokounmpo picking up the assist. Porzingis has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Giannis with it down hard.
And Giannis adding muscle to his frame for these types of situations. He'll keep getting bigger and stronger, but willing to take the hit.
For Milwaukee, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this one.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
Andrews, no good. Bucks trailed by 6. Here's Porzingis. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Porzingis not letting anything or anyone get in his way right now offensively.
Here's Stokes. Offline with the baseline jumper. Paolo Banchero getting it done for the Hornets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we'll be right back after this. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this 4th quarter promises to be a good one. So it's the Hornets now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Andrews. Pass to Dick. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
To the right side. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 4.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
3-pointer. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And the shooting numbers just keep going up and up for Dante.
And he banks in the layup.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Bucks trailed by 3. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Hornets with the rebound. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Over to the wing. Pass to Andrews. 6 on the shot clock. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's a 5-point Hornets lead.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Stokes. With the fadeaway. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
And the jump by Giannis.
Yeah, once Giannis gets the ball there, you can forget it.
Hornets leading by 3. Pass to Stokes. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Tilly. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
To the left side wing. And he converts the layup.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Giannis outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Giannis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Charlotte in the lead. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for shots?
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
Well, they've also put an emphasis on driving inside in this game. The defense hasn't been able to stop them from finding those gaps. Oh, Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Pass to Salon. There's the pick. Lots of room. Back to Halliburton. A 3-ball. It's good from long range. And the Hornets lead by 4.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
First team foul.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. Picked up by Banchero. Outside Jackson. 5 to shoot. Here's Giannis. That's where Giannis wants the ball.
Oh, gigantic shot here by Giannis. He's showing he's ready to deliver another big moment.
Banchero with the screen. Launches it. Rebounded by Jackson. Here's Milwaukee now. Trailing by 2. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Here's Peterson. Driving to the basket. Count it.
Well, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Out to Porzingis to take the lead. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Back to Halliburton.
That's right. No other option but to foul and look for some misses.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
8 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Kessler. Yes!
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 4. Turning here to our analysts. What factors, guys, come to your mind?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
Outside, Jones. From deep three-point land. That shot, no good. And so it's the Hornets who come out on top. It was up